Good Friday. I did. Yesterday was a little bit challenging, but I was able to overcome all those challenges and turn everything into working into my favor. So everything worked out, but everything is always working out in your favor, right? You just have to know that. So anywho, I just feel like talking about ignoring the 3D, right? Because sometimes it can feel like you can't ignore the 3D, or you just gotta respond, or you just gotta say something. And the good news is, even if you do, right, you can't mess up your manifestation. And I know you hear people say it and then you like, I don't know, I don't believe that, but literally you cannot mess up your manifestation. Anything and everything that's happening is working out in your favor. So you just got to be mindful of that, right? So another thing too is, okay, I always tell you guys how I still follow and listen to certain coaches like Dylan James. So he has this new overnight subliminal out right now. It's like something about being a wife or something like that. I can't remember the title, but that's subliminal. So I listened to that subliminal the day before yesterday, right? I listened to that the day before yesterday. And so even though yesterday kind of presented me with some challenges, right? But they weren't like challenges that were like a specific person related, if you guys understand, so follow me. So I feel like listening to his subliminal did help me with like how my night turned out. Because I did end up hanging out with my specific person last night. But I feel like, and I know like, I don't know if it's like if you're new to manifestation, it takes like 30 days for a subliminal to really get into your mind. Or you can just have the affirmation that after I listen to a subliminal once, it gets into my consciousness, right? Everyone do it. Anyway, I don't know. But I listened to it for one night and I saw a massive like movement last night with my specific person, and just like I was just like seeing things differently last night with my specific person. And then people in my 3D, like my twin, I have a best friend, and then my twin is my best friend, but I call her my twin because we look alike and we act alike. So my twin was just saying stuff about me to my specific person, and it was so funny because she was saying it without, she was just saying stuff about my specific person, right? And I wasn't even really like talking about him, but she was saying stuff that I was thinking in my head about him, and it was so funny because everybody around you gets your thoughts, your friends, your coworkers, your mom, your dad, your kids, whatever, right? So that's why you should be mindful of the thoughts you're keeping, because of course if you're thinking about negative stuff, then the people around you are gonna like mirror whatever negative can possibly, I will say like that, right? So you just want to always be thinking the best and thinking good things so that good things can happen for you, right? But I really would say check out Dylan James subliminals, because his overnight subliminals, they always like just shift me instantly. Like after one night of listening to a subliminal of his, I usually will feel a shift the next day. And I do like to listen to subliminals like before, like actually listen to hear what's being said before I just put it on play at night, because I just will be mindful of exactly whose subliminals you're listening to, because you really need to hear what they're putting in there, because it's going to get into your psyche. Because even though like subliminals, like when they talk in your voice, okay, so when you're asleep or whatever, like you can hear the voice, but your voice is always going to be the one talking to you inside your head. So once the thoughts get into, so once the wording is like your wording in your mind, it's going to just be like natural assumption that you make about yourself, because it's being programmed inside of your mind. So like, and I'm not saying that you need subliminals to manifest, but subliminals help me because I had a lot of inner work I had to do. I just plain old like didn't like, even though I think I'm beautiful and I love myself and I feel worthy and I like all these things I feel, but truly at heart it would be like I didn't feel like that in a relationship. So it wouldn't matter how much the person tried to show up for me, right? If I don't believe these things about myself, then they're going to start to feel like their best is never enough, or they can't satisfy you, or they can't, you know what I mean? But it never was really nothing they did or didn't do per se, because people show their forms of love in their own way. It more or less is just how you were receiving it and how you were perceiving it. And I say that because it's funny, because now like when I read, like I go on Instagram and then people talk about divorce or why they're breaking up. Hi. Oh, my native place. I live in the Bay Area of California. So I speak the slang, the vernacular of my people. So this is how we talk in my area. Oh, you're from Indian. Okay, nice to meet you, Mr. Parthaban. Hi, from the Mediterranean country, America. The Empire State was a development country whose main goals were to explore the internet, but unfortunately, it consisted mostly of. Okay. Well, we have man-made. water, but you have to keep transferring the water, I guess. Anywho, so back to I was saying, y'all. Nice, thank you. Nice to meet you too. Love you too. So, but yeah, just the way that, like, so subliminals, they help, like, with your mind and how you see things and how you think about things. My name is Karma. My name is Karma. I'm not single. No, I'm seeing someone right now. The T20 World Cup. Oh, nice. No, I haven't watched the World Cup, but I'll have to check some highlights on YouTube. So let me tell you guys about subliminals. So I'm not saying you need subliminals to manifest your life, but they help reprogram, especially if you're a person like me who had inner issues with, like, feeling love or accepting love or letting people love you. And then once I really understood manifestation, it's more than just like, yeah, well, sometimes I'm good karma, sometimes I bad karma, right? But it's not just about relationship love. It's about accepting love from your children, accepting love from your brother or sister, or accepting love for your parents you don't deal with. Like, it's about all forms of love that the universe has for you. Who's your favorite hip hop? My favorite hip hop artist right now, Sexy Red. I mean, she's ratchet. I'm sorry, but of all time, probably Tupac. I can probably rap any Tupac album, literally. um, my voice, oh my gosh, thank you. I smoke cigars, so my voice is really deep. But look, listen to me, y'all. Hear what I'm saying. Because I went through a lot of not loving myself stuff. Like, even though I got dressed, right, and I felt pretty, and I did things to make myself feel pretty, there still was inner work that had to be done. And once I discovered subliminals and how you could put stuff on at night and listen to it and go to sleep, and then in the morning you feel refreshed, you feel better, you start to see, oh, this person offered to meet me for coffee because they were trying to show me a form of love, instead of, I don't have time for coffee, I can't eat. Like, instead of looking at it negatively, you start looking at things positively and understanding that people have all forms of love. Even at my birthday party, right? Because I know all walks of people, right? You just wrap a lot of tissue, or I make my man do it and he shaves me too, since you want to get personal. Who is Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ, you know who Jesus Christ is. He was the form of God that came here on earth. However, I am not a pastor. Um, Anywho, but what's I saying? Yeah, anyway, they want to get personal about, like, how I do something. My man do it. So look, back to what we're saying. Once I started listening to subliminals and it started getting into my consciousness, I really understood how I wasn't seeing myself as the best version of myself. See, you want these people to bow down to you, or you want them to serve you, or you want them to love you, or whatever it is you want, because you get to choose, right? But you first have to see yourself as the person that's worthy of even receiving those things. People are only always ever going to treat you based on how you see yourself, because words are words, true. But energy is what people attract to, because we live on an energy field. That's why, even if you can't see your specific person, or your specific person is in India and you're in America and you haven't talked, or you can't write, or maybe the phones are down or internet down, it doesn't matter. The energy field that we live on gets your thoughts to them. Just like we watch TV of people all the way all over the world, or on YouTube, right? We're not even in the same country, but we still, the energy is there. We live on an energy field. It's what creates our life. It was create our reality. And we just were born from our mother's portal. We're born into a portal where the energy field that we choose to pay attention to or give our existence to, we get to control what is happening to us, or rather what is happening for us, because things are always working in our favor. Good night. Okay, it's nighttime over there. Good night. Sweet dreams. Think good thoughts as you fall asleep. Do you hear yourself in your head? I do. I talk to myself in my head. I'm not gonna lie. Especially if I feel like something is going on in front of me that's hard to deal with or hard to manage. I will go inside my head, and this is what I'll be saying. Hey, Karma, why are you letting this get to you? Why are you tripping? Think about, this person has so many limited beliefs that they aren't even aware of, right? And then I usually say to myself, I remember when I used to be in this person's shoes, because everyone is you pushed out, meaning that you've been through what they've been through. At some point you've been mad, at some point you've been happy, at some point you've lost a loved one, at some point you've been sick. We all are experiencing the same things. We just get our own energy field, our own playing field in which we get to create. Oh, thank you, Big Lon. I appreciate that. I don't have no makeup on, so really I don't even feel pretty. I feel like I need to slather some makeup on before I leave out. A news reporter. Oh my gosh, the news. It's depressing. Like, I try not to really watch a lot of news. I know what's going on. I mean, I'll tap in and out, but once it gets overwhelming, I can't, because I don't want that stuff in my psyche. Like, like, I pray for people and I know that life is real, right? I mean, if you've been here, I've been through some real stuff and I've told you guys about it on this channel. But I just kind of don't even, so I don't know about being a news reporter. Maybe I could be like an announcer or something. I don't know, but I wouldn't do news. Um, what do you visualize? So what I visualize, okay, well, usually when I visualize, it'll be like before I'm about to go to sleep or when I first wake up, right? You'll say they can just like see sets. But usually I'll either like money. Like if it's money, I'll see like I'll have like a table in front of me with all the money just like lined out. Like, like I'll just, so I'll envision like 100. And then like the money gets to me. It'll be I'll win at bingo or I'll get a check in the mail or someone will say, hey, I'm about to send you some. Like I visual, whatever I want, I just visualize it. I don't try to focus on the way it gets to me. I just see. And a good thing too, which I really learned, which really, really has like shook up my reality, is claiming what the fuck you want. You got to claim that shit. You want $5,000? Then you say, universe, I claim the $5,000. I'm claiming the $1,000,000. Claim what you want. Take ownership. And I learned that from Elmer Lockyer Jr. You got to claim ownership of what the things is you want. I think that affirmation alone, just claiming ownership of what I wanted, creates like mass movement in your reality. Oh, thank you. But well, if you were here yesterday, I wasn't being really too positive. I was being a little bitch, I ain't gonna lie. But for the most part, I try to keep it positive because the universe is always responding to the energy you're putting out, right? And if you're getting out energy, good energy, or AKA the attitude of gratitude, right? I try to wake up gratitude like I'm so thankful that I woke up this morning, right? I'm so thankful for it. And you just, your list of stuff you're thankful for, but it just creates this like positive energy inside of you. And then you try to just hold on to that for the rest of the day is what I do. And people gonna say shit, right? And they do. And then I'll be, what happened yesterday? Oh, a family member tried to try me. But and as positive as I am and as forgiving as I am, I went there with them because it's still my reality. I'm still gonna deal with people. You're not gonna talk to me any old kind of way. You still gonna show up how you supposed to, or you gonna get the backlash, period. But that's yesterday and that's dead and gone. I'm not mad. I know that person has their own personal issues, right? So there's no point in me back and forth with that because I know I ain't on that. I'm on some good vibes over here, okay? Come over here for the good vibes, right? Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So basically, I'll just tell y'all this. Check out the subliminals on Dylan James' page. I love his subliminals. They really are a game changer for me. Listen to them overnight. Totally have a shift in how I see things and how people show up for me. I will say that. And I'm not saying you need a subliminal to change, right? But what I'm saying is I knew I had a lot of inner work that I just couldn't see or didn't know how to get to or didn't know the words to speak on it for. But then like Dylan helped me to understand, oh, I need to affirm for this in my life. I'm trying to work at changing this. Like figure out what you want to change. Figure out what is that you want and then work towards changing it. It's all mental work. It's no work outside of you that needs to be done. Everything that you're going to do, all the progress that you want, it comes from within, right? The love you want, the money you want, the you like even like validation. I hate that word because now I wouldn't give a damn about nobody's outside validation. The only validation that matters is how you validate yourself. What you say is valid in your reality, and then you validate your own self, and then you walk around with your self validation, and then people like bow down to you just based off your energy. Not, I mean, I'm a humble person, so I wouldn't say bow down, but they go out of their way. They approach me with the right positive energy. They apologize when they say stupid shit that they know is stupid. Like whatever it is you want, the 3D starts to unfold for you, and it just all the things that you want start happening for you. But it all starts from within. You don't change these people around you. You change how you see them. You give them the opportunity to show up as the version of them that you want. Give them the opportunity to be a nice person. If it's your boss that's being mean, you keep saying they being mean. They have no choice but to respond to what you say they are. And that's why you can have a horrible boss and everybody's like, what? No, John is great. We love him. Because it's how they see him. It's how you see the person that determines how they show up for you in your life. You don't beat on nobody or change or in the 3D to make them change. You go within yourself and how you see them and how you think about them and make them change. But you have to honestly give people the chance to be the new them. You can't say you want them to change, right? And then say, oh, they did that for me, right? And then turn around and be like, yeah, but last week they did this, so F them. Like you're not really giving them, you're not giving your 3D the real chance to change. And then you stay stuck and you stay mad, but it's not them that never change. It's always you and how you view them. That's all I will say. Anyways, I gotta get out of here, y'all, get my day started. But I love you, YouTube, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.